Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be creating this like monochromatic burgundy smoky eye look, but it's not really a tutorial, it's more of a get ready with me. Obviously I do get distracted all the time and talk about the makeup, but my focus today is really just to chit chat with you guys, give you a little bit of an update on what I've been doing, because this weekend was absolutely crazy. If that's something you're into, make sure to keep on watching, and please don't forget to subscribe, because I do upload twice a week, and that is the best way to stay up to date on all the fun stuff I'm posting. We have an influx of new subscribers, because the last video I did was really successful. Like, I am really kind of proud, and welcome to everybody. If you are new here, my name is Brett, and there's like 100-something videos you can watch and get to know me, but welcome. I will not ramble too much longer because I kind of talked through the whole video, so let's get right into it. So this isn't going to be super tutorial-y. I'm just going to be kind of going through and playing and chatting. I said this in the intro, or I will say this in the intro. Inception. So something that I've been really into lately, I have been obsessed with the Anastasia Soft Glam palette that I picked up a few weeks ago. It was mentioned in my October favorites video because it's basically been the only palette I used. I used it at Boxy in Session, which I'll talk about a little bit later. I used it at my brother's wedding, which I will talk about a little bit later. But basically that palette has been like everything for me this month. And I was watching Samantha Ravindal, and she's been doing this series on her channel called Project Beauty, where she just kind of goes through and tries to use products that she hasn't used in a while all month long. So I don't know if I could commit to using one palette all month long. So instead, I'm just going to be featuring some older products throughout the month. It may not always be the same product, but it is definitely going to be something you haven't seen in a while. Today I'm going to be dipping into the Kathleen Light Zodiac palette. For a hot minute, this was like my favorite palette, and then I don't know what happened, I just kind of stopped using it. So I'm going to be using this for the entire eye look today. The look I have in mind, this isn't really a tutorial, but like if you're watching, you'll kind of figure out what I'm doing. This is going to be kind of like a monochromatic, burgundy, purpley. I'm going to use some of these more like red toned shades. I'm going to be doing it with a corresponding lip that's going to be really vampy. Really, I just want to go in and kind of, again, go in with these monochromatic colors. I think that this was such a fantastic idea that she came up with, because she's absolutely right. We get so fixated on what's new and what's exciting and what's launching that we often like have products that we fall in love with that literally just sit in drawers or on shelves because we don't play with them. Like this palette, super affordable, comes with a mirror, like $20, collaboration with Kathleen Lights, so you know it's going to be good quality. The colors are super wearable. You can use them for everyday looks, you can use them for more avant-garde looks. Seriously, there's nothing wrong with this palette at all, and I feel like nobody talks about it anymore because it's been like 5 minutes since it came out. And like, do you see this pigmentation? I'm not really dipping in too many times. It's like I'm tapping the brush in once and then buffing, and I'm getting all this payoff. So like, why does this sit in my drawer? Let me know down below, what are some products that you at one point were like absolutely in love with that you just kind of either forgot about or stopped playing with, or things that you might have seen me use a while back that you want me to feature again so you guys can kind of get more looks with it. Because I do know that there were products that I used to like use in every video that now I don't think I touch. And I am blowing this shade out a little bit because I do want it to be a little bit more on the smoky side. This is, I think, the first video going up in November. So, like, October's over, but fall is not. And I am actually, this is the first time, I'm going to be using the Capricorn, which is the black, which does have a little bit of, like, gold shimmers in it. And I'm going to be using that just to deepen up the eye today. This is definitely going to be fall and vampy, and I'm going to try and keep it from being too smoky, because every time I say I'm going to go in smoky, it ends up basically just being like black shadow and lashes. So first off, Boxy in Session was fabulous. I had such a good time. I did do an entire dedicated video literally the second I walked in the door after I finished up at Boxy in session. And there's a giveaway in that video. I'm gonna link it up here right now. And from that, I think I've already gotten like 800 subscribers. So if you are new, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. And if you are not and you've been here forever, welcome back. This is so hard for me. Brandon actually made fun of me because I did post it was supposed to be a Q&A video or a get ready with me, and it literally turned into a tutorial. And in order for me to do an actual get ready with me that wasn't a tutorial, I had to like sit him right here in the video with me and like prompt a conversation, which normally I don't need. I am not the person who needs like someone to hold my hand through a conversation. But I don't know, I feel like I get on autopilot and I just start talking about what I'm doing and teaching, and next thing I know, we have lashes on, I'm setting the face, and I'm talking about the tutorial we just did, and that's not what we're doing. So this isn't actually going to be like a halo eye, but I am taking a pretty deep color onto the lid, and I will be kind of doing like a highlighty moment in the center of the lid, but I don't know, it's gonna be like halo adjacent. I think that's the best way to put it. And I'm gonna take the Leo, and I'm gonna use that as my pop of like brightness, just on the center of the lid. And that duochrome orangey gold, I think is really gonna give us, yep, major fall vibes. So I'm just going to do everything I did here on this eye, throw on my brows and my lashes, and I will be right back. So I was about to say I'm gonna go and just bake the face and I'll be right back, and then I realized that my camera wasn't recording for anything after I said I'd be back with brows, mascara, and lashes. So I just finished baking the face. You've seen me do complexion about 1,000,000 times, so I will link a complexion 101 video or something, just so that those of you who are new and want to see how we did it can. But now I have to try and remember everything I spoke about during that little interlude and not forget to talk about it now, because I did have a list of stuff I wanted to talk to you guys about today. So all I did was throw in a black liner and smoke it out with that same purple shade. I normally would have done my lower lashes after everything else, but I really wanted to see how smoky we were going, because lately I have a tendency of going a little bit overboard on the smokiness, I'm not gonna lie. So I wanted to see where the eyes were going before I made a definitive answer on how, like, daytime, nighttime we wanted the face to go. But we are just going to take a little setting spray just to set any of this powder down. So a little more on Boxy in session. I just thought it was such a great experience. I just like meeting new people with similar interests, and honestly, like, the entire crowd there is obviously, you know, people enthusiastic about the cosmetics industry. Surprisingly enough, not everybody in the audience was a BoxyCharm subscriber, which I think is kind of cool that the event and the class, and, you know, it was influencer ran, so there was an influencer teaching the class. So I think that's kind of cool that, you know, a combination of people who love Carolina and BoxyCharm in general all kind of came together for this event. I don't know, it was just a lot of fun, and I think that we all get so set in our ways with the application of what we do. Like, I haven't used a fan brush in so long just because I stopped, and then Brandon was using it at Boxy in session, and I was like, I haven't used a fan brush in a minute, and I used to love fan brushes. So it's like, we get so set in our ways of what we're used to doing and what we like doing that we often forget, like, there is no one way to do anything. Like, we all do it differently, we all like doing things differently, and as a result of it, like, it makes everything so dynamic, you know? That got really deep, really fast, but you know what I mean. Like, it's just that every single person there was asked to take a before and after picture, and I'm gonna post mine again. I know I did already, and you guys have all probably seen it, but like, it's just so much fun to do that side by side, because there's nothing wrong with any of the before pictures. Like, you cannot convince me that people need makeup, but it's just that fun moment of empowering when you realize, like, you can correct anything you're self-conscious about, you can kind of change the shape of your face, you can add color where you want it, you can cause yourself to glow. Really, there's just, like, so many different ways that you can enhance or play, and it's just, like, that instant confidence you feel. Like, even Carolina, who is a successful influencer who was leading the class was talking about how, you know, how much she loves her nose contour and how if she feels like if she walks out of the house without lashes, like she's not a real person. And I thought that was so relatable because it doesn't matter the level of success you receive or anything, because at the end of the day, you know, we all have those things that we like to change, and if it's that you want your lashes to be fuller, well, throw on a pair of falsies, right? I am so happy that this is not continuous footage and I get to edit, because the amount of times, like, I pick something up and then I drop it and I have to start over. I could totally do an entire video of outtakes of just me picking up products and dropping them, and I don't think anybody really wants to see that, but, like, that's why I keep, like, this little piece of foam board on top of my vanity with a cloth on top of it so that there's, like, a soft area for things to fall. But seriously, like, the amount of things that end up falling while I'm getting ready are ridiculous. I am going to be mixing two highlighters today. The first one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter. I love this highlighter and I stopped using it because it was a limited edition and I kind of felt shitty if I was going to be using it and a lot of people couldn't get their hands on it. But they just announced that on December 7th it will be coming back. So I no longer have to feel guilty about wearing it. I just have to say, if you don't have this yet, you can get it soon. And I will be layering that with the Artist Couture Diamond Luxe Lumenizer in Hot Damn. I've been using this all the time. I did mention this in my, I'm talking like it's past tense. I'm about to film that video, but in my October favorites, because ever since I picked it up, I have been loving it. Do you see how blinding that is? Like, it's just like instant glow, and I'm not even packing the brush up too much. Like, I'm just building it up a little bit, and that's just how metallic it is. Now, it does accentuate your texture a little bit if you go in too heavy, but I like to just go in with a pore filling primer so I don't have to deal with that. But you guys know me, I like to glow. So for me, like, pack it on, shine bright like a diamond and all that fun stuff. So the eyes are looking a little monochromatic, which I do like, but I am going to grab a small detailer brush and take a little bit of that Diamond Luxe Lumenizer and just hit up the inner corner. What the hell? See, this turned into a tutorial. Okay, off of the tutorial. We're gonna go back to talking about the list of things I wanted to talk about. So it is currently Monday when I'm filming this. My brother's wedding was on Friday. Boxy in session was Saturday. So I haven't stopped moving until today. Today's like the first day I can like breathe. So I'm filming a few videos. I'm getting ahead for once because I'm always like rushing to upload and that's horrible. But the wedding was a lot of fun. I'm gonna insert some pictures while I talk. I'm just gonna be lining my lips with the NYX Suede Matte Pencil in Vintage. And then going in with some lipstick. This is MAC Mixed Media. It's gonna be super vampy and super berry. So it was a great wedding. It was a lot of fun. Everybody looked fabulous. Sam looked beautiful in her gown. It was really just a lot of fun, and like, I have never been so grateful to be at a wedding that wasn't mine. Cause like, once you do it, it's a lot of work. And it's nice to be able to unplug a little bit and just have a good time, you know? So I am just going to lock this in with the Flower Beauty setting spray. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed getting ready with me. I am actually impressed that I got to talk about the few topics I did want to talk about. I have such a bad habit of getting distracted with the makeup and everything turns into a tutorial. And next thing I know, the video's over and all I've done was talk about the products. So if you did enjoy this monochromatic makeup, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you're gonna recreate the look, make sure to tag me on Instagram at BrettGuyGlam, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!